All right, so we start at the line under the, at the base of the pinky, and we're tapping just below that on the side of the hand, karate chop point. Even though I'm having a hard time staying steady with things happening in the current political climate, I love myself and I accept where I am right now. Please breathe anytime you're not speaking. Even though I get thrown off by things that come into my field about the current political climate, I really want to anchor myself in self-love. I really want to accept myself fully and whatever I feel. Even though I get thrown off in current events, in the midst of them and hearing about them, I will love myself whatever arises for me. I accept the journey I'm in and where it is right now. And I am committed to being part of the love, part of the change, part of what is hopeful and good and empowered. Okay, now we're set up, so we won't visit the karate chop point again. Let's go to the crown. We'll do one round of some negative stuff. These bad feelings that can arise so quickly in the current climate. Dread and fear and gloom and sorrow. Inner eyebrow. It's so easy to get sucked in, and I have gotten sucked in. Side of the eye. Even with good or decent boundaries, stuff comes into my field. Under the eye. I don't want to ignore the suffering of people and populations I care about. Under the nose. That can translate to worry and preoccupation and rumination and take over my whole state. Chin point. There are so many critical phrases out there about not tapping into all this. Burying your head in the sand. Spiritual bypassing. Privilege. And for some people, a lot of people, white privilege. I don't want to do something wrong and people agree that those are wrong. Under the clavicle. I'm pretty confused about how to manage all this, about what it means to properly give this attention. I don't know. I don't know if I can know. I know everyone doesn't agree. I know I can be all over the place in what I think or believe. Side of the ribs. Some of what's scary or brings up dread, terror, horror, feeling appalled, outraged. Some of that is so old. I'm not just responding to what's happening now. I'm responding to childhood fears, other eras I've lived through, things I've never understood. And there's a compounding of harshness that I can feel takes over me. Okay, so we've articulated that shit, and that we could do more, but let's stop. And we're gonna now go around the same points. And we're reaching for better feeling thoughts. Right now, I'm just going to bring it back to me with no intention of living or staying in a bubble. Inner eyebrow. Right now, I'm remembering that when I feel awful, I really need to soothe myself. Side of the eye. I can't really soothe anyone else when all my distress is activated. Please breathe when you're not speaking. Feel the breath, experience the breath. Under the eye. I know I don't connect to guidance when I'm really activated with fear and distress. Inspired action means nothing in those moments. Inspiration is not available to me in those moments. Under the nose. I've actually done work to understand how to breathe, take care of my body so energy moves through it, calm my nervous system. And I aim to use what I've learned. Chin point. Right now, I'm remembering that self-care is even more important when it feels like a lot is going on in this chaotic world. I've let self-care fall away in those times as if it matters less. And I really remember and take in right now, self-care matters more. Under the clavicle round. Right now, I'm remembering the teachings about momentum, that everything builds momentum, that what I give my focus to expands. And I would like to spend a lot of time focusing on what feels better. What feels good. What puts me in the state of receiving guidance and inspiration. Side of the ribs. Remember where from the base of the armpit, where one hand's width down, and that's about the bra strap point, as this point is sometimes called. I'm taking seriously, just for right now, that I don't do others much good when I'm in alarm, flight, freeze, fight, even. Though that's better because it energizes me and can move me towards something that feels better. I don't want to push against, I don't want to fight what's happening. Though a lot of people believe that's the answer, or even that I'm doing something wrong if I don't join a fight. Crown point. What I want to do is move toward what I believe in. I want to move toward what I value. I want to give my focus to love, joyful living, healthy living, loving diversity, creating well-being for others. Inner eyebrow. I know negative things happening will affect me, will come into my field, and I accept that. I am on earth now. Right where I live, or wherever I am at any given moment. And I accept whatever comes into my field. Side of the eye. And I love boundaries. And sometimes I need total media blackout, and I accept that. Under the eye, sometimes I need to withdraw from social media, and I accept that. Under the nose, I know the company I keep really affects me. And I love when I tune into programs, workshops, podcasts, events of any kind that make me feel hopeful, alive, in love, empowered, and connected to others holding that frequency, those perspectives. Chin point. And then when something comes into my field, I can handle it. I have a steady foundation to stand on. I'm aligned with my higher self. And y'all, whatever words you like, inner being, source. Some people say God, guides, angels. I am aligned with what is goodness and love. Under the clavicle round. I'm remembering that one momentum teaching is catch the negative feeling states earlier. Before they build momentum and I'm plastered, frozen at the bottom of some rabbit hole. With a cloud in my whole being and darkness all around. Right now, I commit to catching it earlier. It's up to me and my focus to stay out of the darkness. Side of the ribs. When I'm aligned with source, I'm inspired. I have ideas in the moment about something to do, something to say, create, declare, someone to reach out to, someone to respond to who just came into my field, and I'm ready for them. I'm going to take my own alignment more seriously. Okay, we end on the crown. I refuse to let any political climate determine my life, my emotional state, what I think about, what I focus on. All of that creates my point of attraction, what I'm tuned into and calling in more of. And I aim to be one of the people calling in love, beauty, well-being for all, deep appreciation for all human beings and that amazing diversity. I am here. I'm willing to be here. And right now, I commit to managing my own point of attraction and my own state. And from there, I so care about bringing good to others. In fact, I will never not care about being a force for good on planet Earth. Now drop your hands down. I like to place one cupped inside the other and just breathe. Adjust your position so it feels good, so it feels the energy is flowing, so it feels relaxed, grounded. Feel into your grounding. Feel the reverberations of the tapping experience your calmed, relaxed, open breath, or wherever your breathing is right now. It's almost impossible for it not to feel better after tapping. And if anything that was said in this session brings up something that feels like it needs further work, like it upset you, like it activated a doubt or I don't think I'm there yet, then that's perhaps your next piece of work, your next stuff to do tapping about, to explore in any way you want to explore it. And maybe it's just something to toss out and put your focus on the stuff that was actually helpful.